Hi y'all, this is Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wings, and we're going to have another little video today. Uh, I have to show you. Let me see if I can get this out of here. This, I don't know if y'all can see all of that, but this is all of my washi tape. I have got to start using some washi tape. So, I got to playing around. Let's see if I can clean this over here and get my little heater turned back up. Get this pulled back in here and put my basket of washi tape back under there. So I thought, well, I have been doing some mass making kind of thing to build up my stash, so I have some cool things to pull from. And I thought, well, I'm going to use up some of this washi tape. So I pulled out some washi tape and I made a couple of journal cards. And then I made this little card that just has a piece of washi down the side that can easily be used as is, or you can put some kind of decorations or whatever on the side of it, whatever you need, but it's ready to go. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to put those over here. And all I'm doing really today is just putting the washi tape on because I don't really know what journal they're going to be used in. So let me see if I can get this out of here. And maybe we can. Okay, these are some of the ones I used the other day, and these are new. So I thought, well, they're not new, but they're new to this project. So what we're going to do is we're going to get us a little, this is 4x6 piece of cardstock. It's 100 pounds, so it's not super bad, but plenty good enough. And what we're going to do is start putting our washi tape on here. Now, the one that I did the other day, I kind of did at an angle like this, and that's cool. And we can do another one of those. It's real easy to do. Let me show you how we do. We'll do one of those. And so then I just pulled out some florals, some washi tape that have flowers and that kind of thing on there. And so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start here. Don't you roll over in my way. Put my pen over here so I won't be able to find it later. See if we can get some of this art glitter glue out of here. I always have fits. There it comes. Oh, I got a whole bunch of glue right there at one time. So I'm just going to put it on here and kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, now then, let's see if we can, I know I have some water around here. Get my glue picked up so it's not sticking on the back. And we're just going to get our tape and start undoing. We're going to start right in this little corner up here and make sure that the corner is covered. Then I'm just going to tear it off. Let's do this one. And it doesn't matter how wide, what colors. I guess you could stick it to your colors, stick to a color scheme. Well, there, that tore off, but that's okay because we're going to tear it off anyway. So we'll pull that off. And I am leaving it on the edges because I'm going to tuck those edges down on the back. Let's do this little bitty one. Let's see how it works. It's pretty narrow, but it's flowers and it works. And you just butt it up to the one before. You don't overlap. Just get it as close to it as you can get. And the washi tape would stick, but I don't know how it does, you know, over long term. So I reinforce it with a little bit of glue and then just put it down, run it across. Let's see what this one is. And this is all there is to this. We're just going to lay it down, tear it off. Let's see, here's a little green one. Let's put a different color in here. Get it right down. There you go. Pull that out. That one has a bird. Not that I have anything against birds, but this is not. Okay. Let's see. Here's a pretty blue one. Let's try this one. All right, I think I've laid down where my glue is, so I need to come back. Got a little glop there, and I don't want that on there, so let's get that off. And go ahead and put glue on here. Now your glue doesn't have to be super, super heavy, just enough to kind of help hold the washi down a little bit. Okay. Now my washies are all going to commingle and get stuck together. Okay. Get that one. And then we haven't used that one. Let's see how it works. Okay. Undo this. Right to the edge, tear it off. I've used that one. I have not used this one. Let's use this one, see how it works. Some kind of little posies of some kind there. And have we done? Nope. We have not done that one. Oh, that one's going to tear. Okay. There we go. And then we've already used that. And how about this little red one down here? It's not really a flower. It's little cherries, but I think it'll work just fine. Put a little red in our card if we can get it to get started. And then I still have just an itty bitty little corner here. So too bad I don't have another little bitty one, but I don't. What did I do with my glue? Let's put another little dot of glue on that corner. And we did use that one and that one. Let's see, in these little bitty ones here, I don't really have many flowers, but there's one right there. So let's use that one. Doesn't really matter. See if we can find the end. That's always the treasure hunt, is finding the end of the tape. I think that's it right there. Okay, and of course it's not tearing even either. All right, come on. There we go. Well, I'm tearing it uneven, so I'm going to overlap that one just a little bit because it is so tiny on that little corner. All right, so we have all of those, and we've got them all glued down really well. Now, somewhere on here, I have my, what you did, your doodad thing that you can't remember what, my bone folder. Yeah, that thing, my bone folder. make sure I get that done really well. And then I'm just going to pull these up off of the glass so that I can just get it up. Okay. And once you get most of it or some of it off, then it's easier to get under here and then pull the rest. And then just slick it up off of this table. Now I use my glass board because it makes it easier for it to come off of. The washi tape doesn't stick to the glass too bad. So then this is what it looks like from the other side. So I think that we can probably cut off this little squirrely tail there. And then I'm going to start in one of the corners. We'll just start down here, lay all of our tape out, and then I'm just going to start kind of give it a little tug and put it down. And then just go all the way around. And I just want it to be tight so that it's not causing a bubble or something like that here on this corner. Get to the corner, and then we'll turn and keep on going. Don't worry if it hangs off a little bit on the bottom over here. We'll cut that off in a minute. And then just keep going right on around. And I like, you don't have to make it come around the edges, but I like the way that it makes the edges. We can go ahead and cut this little nubbin off here. And then we'll tuck that down real good. Okay. But you don't have to make this come around to the edge, but I like doing it this way simply because I'm going to put something on the back of this as maybe a writing spot, and it makes it to where all of your raw edges of washi tape are not right there on the edge, because then as it goes in and out of your pockets, in and out of here, in and out of there, over time it's going to weather and it's going to wear and it's going to tear. And so this just adds a little bit more reinforcement to your edge. Okay, put that right over here and do our last side. Now this side, when I folded it over, has no sticky on there, so I may have to put a little glue under there, but that's okay. I can do that. Tear that off a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. And just pull it tight. Not super, super tight, but tight enough that your washi tape is laying flat. And we'll put our last one on there. There. I see how this one is kind of sticking up because when I folded it over on the sticky part, so my sticky part's gone. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there on that corner, fold it over, and it'll stay. Okay? Sure it will. It will if I hold it long enough for it to stick. Now you can round these corners if you want to. I don't want to round them because as I round them, it's going to open up each one of these corners of washi tape, and it's going to make your tape, see, like down here, it would almost eliminate that whole corner. So I'm leaving my corners square. Okay, rub it down, make sure it's all good and smooth, make sure those edges are down good. We don't want our washi tape coming up in a little while. And then we decide what we're going to do on the back. Now on this one on the back, I used some lined paper. This one, I just used some plain brown paper. It doesn't have lines or anything. You can use any kind of paper that you want. But for a project, I had bought one of these little for my Defember book. I had bought some of these little pages, and I didn't need nearly all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off down here on the bottom so I know where I am. Just slightly past that last line. Okay. And then I'm going to take my card, get all the little fluffies off of it, and I'm going to go not quite to the edge, but it can go to the edge if you need it to. Right to the edge, all the way around. Fill in the center. Smooth that out just a little bit so I don't have the lines of the glue sticking through my paper here. And then I'm going to start right down here, right at the edge, and lay that down. Use my bone folder, tough it up. I don't even know where that came from, but we're going to put this on here and turn it. And then I'm going to take my scissors and go right around these edges. I'm going to be real careful, kind of cutting on a slant, not with my blades up and down, but more kind of like this, so that I don't cut my washi tape. I don't want to cut those pieces of washi tape. I just want to cut the paper behind it. Okay, put that in our nubbin bucket. We'll come over this direction and do the same thing. Now you could measure and cut and glue it on and do all of that ahead of time and not have to just cut around it, but for some reason this seems to work best for me. I'm not real good at getting things straight or measured well, so this works for me. You do what works for you. Okay, and then we have this beautiful little floral front with a nice little place to journal on the back. Get our ink dauber and our vintage photo ink, distress ink, and we'll go right around the edges. And those of you that watch me know I'm a pretty heavy inker, so I really like these edges to be dark. I like for them to look stained and dirty and grungy. So if that's your thing, great. Do it like this. If that's not your thing, that's cool too. You do it the way you want to do it. Okay. And then we'll turn it over here and go right around the edges just to darken up our edges, make them look a little grungy, a little dirty. There we go. And then we have that. You can put a little bit of ink on here to make it look like your washi tape is a little older than it actually is. You do the same back here on your paper to make it look, you know, a little more grungy. And you have a journaling card. Put that up there. Then you have this little journaling card. It's a lot like this one here. We did use a couple of them, the same, but not most. And you have these ready. I put these in my stash. Now, when I get through, I will lay something on them just to make sure that they lay flat. Since both full sides are covered with glue, I want to make sure that glue has plenty of time to dry and everything before we put them away. Okay, so there's that one. Which one did I just do? This one? Yes, that one was already done. Okay, so that's our first one. Now we're going to grab one of these little 4x6s. I think 4. Okay. And I think this time I want to do a vintage one similar to this. But instead of doing it on an angle like this, I think I want to just make these straight across here. And I pulled out some other paper here, some other map kind of stuff. And it's a paper tape. I don't even remember where I got this. Who knows? I may have gotten this in a Happy Mail somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, so we're gonna, and it's sticky, so, but we're still gonna go ahead and line with our glue. Just because I don't know if over time that glue will separate and lift up or not. I don't know. I'm not saying that it will. I'm just saying that I'm protecting this just in case. And then we're going to pull our paper. Let me take my glasses off. I see better up close without my glasses. Make sure our writing is in the right direction. And then I'm going to put this right here. I think I'll pull it down just a little bit so we have some to fold over. And put that right on there. And we'll tear that off. Put that one over there. No, that's not what we wanted. Where'd my other one go? Now this one has some music on it. So we'll put some music on this one. Those of you that know me know that music's a very important part of my family's life. So we use music every chance we get. Let's see if I can figure out which way the music is supposed to go. And I think it goes like this. So we're going to line that up and tuck it down. Well, we still have enough to fold over, so no problem, no problem. Let me turn that, put that glue, that thing on there. Now we need something else. One more thing. Depending, I think one more will fit on there quite nicely. But I didn't want to put in the blue, the browns and the black and white. So I'm trying to, so we'll do this one. This one's kind of a Leonardo da Vinci thing. And so we'll put that on there, spread that out a little bit. And put Leonardo on here. And that is only going to give us a very, well, it's not going to give us any to fold over. Okay, so then we have a decision to make as to whether, let's cut this off. That's a little much on that side. We don't need it to fold in quite that much. And we can go ahead and fold this side over. Let me get a little bead of glue right down there just to kind of help hold that. A little bit of glue there. And I think that what we will do on this one, since it didn't quite go to the top, we're going to go ahead and fold these over. Let's put a little glue under there though, Pam. Okay, put a little glue here, put a little glue down here. Just want enough to hold it. Go ahead and put some on this side. We'll fold this over and fold it down really nicely. There we go. And let's push that down a little bit, make sure it's all nice and smooth. And we'll do this side. Oh, got a string from somewhere. That happens sometimes. Then we'll do this side down a little bit. Okay, now then, I don't think I will use the lined paper on this one. I think I'll use the solid, because it won't make any difference. We can put it on here like this, and that'll be fine. So I think we'll do that. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Let's go ahead and cut this time instead of just eyeballing it. So we'll do a little less than 6 and a little less than 4. I'll put those in our nubbin bucket. Put that back over there. Turn this. And this should fit just pretty close. Perfect. Have just a slight little edge across there, and that's okay. That's perfect. So we'll put some, let's see, not lay down better that way. So we'll put some glue on this. Glue it up real good. Make sure it gets close to the edges. Again, I want to lay those ridges down just to kind of help when you get ready to start writing, that you won't have those little glue lines in there keeping you from writing smoothly. So we'll put that right there, just like that. Come on, baby. There we go. And tuck that down. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. I feel like I'm in an exercise video. Smooth it out. Smooth, smooth. That one didn't quite get enough glue on it, so we'll put a little more and smooth that out. And there we go. Let's see, what did I do? Spend all my time putting my glasses on and taking them off. Putting them on, taking them off. Okay, so we have that. And then we're going to ink up the edges. And we'll just go around, and right here at the top, there will be where that little white part of the card is, will be covered with brown ink, so it won't even be noticeable. Go right on around. Okay. Smudge up our back ever so slightly. Then I'm going to go ahead and go and ink up this side. And it is a little harder to ink up this washi tape because it's kind of a plastic surface. And sometimes it doesn't really want to adhere. The ink doesn't want to adhere to it very well. But that's okay. Just put it on there and then set it aside and let it dry, and it'll be fine. It will be fine. All right. So then we have that. We still have that little edge at the top. And so I think on this one, maybe we'll put a little piece of lace on it. Let's see. Okay, there it is. See how this would look. Actually, I think that would work just perfect. And then we can, and it, the design fits and everything. Okay, so I'm going to get some of this Fabrifix, since we're using, not only are we using lace, but we're gluing it to washi tape. So let us sing along while we wait for it to come to the tip. I should have already folded it over, but I didn't. And Come on. It is so slow. Come on. I can hear it. I can hear it coming. There we go. There we go. All right. There, we got it. I'm just going to put a thin bead of this Fabrifix right along here. I don't need it to cover a whole lot of space. I just need it to hold on to my lace. And I'm going to fix the lace so that these little, oops, let's put it down here. These little nubbins in between here fit right on the top of the card. And I'll show you in just a second what that's going to look like from the other side. But I think that's going to look fine. And then we'll cut this off over here. And then when you turn it over, you can see that the little bitty parts of the lace stick right above the card, so it kind of gives it a little bit of textured look to me. Let's cut this little edge off right here so those kind of even up. Let's cut this little nubbin off too. That makes it a little more even. Let's put just a little dab of glue right here. When I trimmed that, I kind of opened up that hole, and so I want to have just enough to hold that open. There we go. All right, put that back in there. And there is our second journaling card. Very cool. And this one can fit in a pocket this way. You can still turn it. You know, it works either direction. A little more ink here. Might ink up our lace a little bit just to make it kind of grungy-fied a little. See if we can grunge it on the other side a little bit. We don't want it to look too terribly new. So then we'll put another little piece of glue right here on this one because I pulled this one up. And then it's really nice if you just don't touch it or mess with it until it's dry. And there you go. And then you can decorate it later according to the theme of your journal or whatever. You can put flowers on here, or you can put dark trees or birds or whatever you want to put on here. And you've got a nice writing space on the back. Okay, so that's our second one. We did our horizontal one, I guess. It's not really horizontal, but anyway, it goes at an angle like this, whatever that angle is. I don't know. So we've got two done really quickly. And then we had this one, which was just a piece of washi tape on the side. Now I have some more here, but I have this little, well, let's use one of these big 4x6s and see what kind of, let's see, what is this? Oh, that's another, now that might work. Another Leonardo da Vinci, maybe? I don't know. It's sculptures. Okay. So all we're going to do is put one little piece of washi tape here and put it on the side. Glue it down. We're not going to worry too much about the edges on this one because we're going to wrap this all the way around. And so I'm going to pull it down. And I think that will fit pretty good on the edge. Let's smooth that glue out, smooth that washi tape out. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and put some on the back. Pull this down. Get it right up to the edge. We want it right up to the edge. We've glued it so it should stay with no problem. And then, because these are upside down, I want to make this whole thing kind of one piece so that they're all going in the same direction. Uh-oh. That's my grandson calling. He's out of school today. And so I'll call him back in a minute. So anyway, and then we have our nice little edge on the side of it. And this is all done in black and white. Now I probably have somewhere a little, let's see what exactly I have. This is kind of cool. It's kind of it's a cool little piece of ribbon that I got. It looks like it's kind of, I don't know how to describe what it looks like. We could put a piece there, we could put another piece over here. I just don't know that I like that at all. You would have to be kind of careful where you put this one, because here's a naked statue. So I guess we could cover him up, but we can do whatever needs to be done with that. This one I'm going to ink in black soot around the edge, and this one would be a little easier to round the corners because we don't have as much washi showing around. But yeah, if we could find just a skinny piece, I have something down here that just might work if I can get to it. Let's see here. All of my papers fell down. Of course they did. Now I can't get my drawer in there. But let's see about something like this. And he's calling again, thinking I just didn't hear him. But that's okay. Okay, we could take this. This is just a very thin piece and put that right there. I like that. I like that better than the big wide ribbon. So let's see if we can just get an ever so slightly little piece of glue to come out of this wonderful little bottle. And I just don't know if it's going to work or not. I may have to get my paper clip out. Get me a paper clip and poke it down in that hole. Turn it around. Now let's see if some of that will come out. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then we'll just put this little piece right on here. And pull it up here to the top. Right down to the bottom. Okay. Cut this off right here. Let's put just another little nubbin of glue right down here, just because it's on the edge. Okay, didn't look like we got a lot of glue under there, so I must have skipped right on over that part. But that's all right. We can fix it. We can fix it. Now, do we need another piece on this side? don't really know. I don't know if I like it with the little things on both sides. I think I kind of like it just on the one on the center. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. There we go. And we can turn it over this way and ink up this side. And probably if I were going to put this in a journal to sell, I would probably reposition this tape so that the little naked dude didn't. I know it's a statue and I know it's a big deal, but I mean, it's a big art thing, but I also know that some people can be offended. So I probably would not put that in something I was going to sell. For myself, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. So, all right, and there's our next little tag. So we've made 3 little tags today. We've made that one, and that one, and that one. And I'm going to put those all in my stash and have those ready for when I make the next journal, and hopefully pull these out and put them in there, and they will work just wonderful and be great, and I don't have to stop while I'm making the journal and do the tags. So that's the point. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you had fun. Decorate these however you would like to later. No problem. If you get a chance, check out my website, www.pinkdragonflywingswithaz.com. And if you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Great. Bye-bye.